Welcome back to my channel dosto. So we are going to discuss today the Crown Rule 1858 1947. So under this we have Government of India Act 1858. Okay, so 1858 से 1947 जितना भी हुआ so यहाँ का हम लोग नहीं जानते, but here we will be talking about 1858. all right, and we will be sticking to the लक्ष्मीकांत. ओके, लक्ष्मीकांत का जो बुक है उस पर स्टिक करेंगे. ओके, सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग आउटसाइड द रिसोर्स of Lakshmikant. All right. This significant act, okay, this significant act was enacted. So why this act is called significant act? कुछ कारण होगा. All right. So what is that karan? So we will explore it. Okay. So this significant act was enacted in the wake of revolt of 1857, also known as the First War of Independence or the Sepoy Mutiny. I think आपको याद होगा. So we are talking about. So ये इसलिए significant होता है क्योंकि ये जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट है 1858, उसको लाया गया है आफ्टर math this 1857-58 revolt, what it is called, also known as the First War of Independence or Sepoy Mutiny. So regarding Sepoy Mutiny, so we have discussed in our previous discussion. I think the historical background of the polity, इंडियन पॉलिटी का जो फर्स्ट वीडियो मैंने डाली थी. ओके, यूट्यूब में. सो देयर वी टॉक्ड अबाउट सिपॉय म्यूटिनी. ओके, सो इन लेंथ वी टॉक्ड अबाउट. ऑलराइट. सो द एक्ट known as the Act for the Good Government. Okay, Act for the Good Government of India. See, and these, what it did, it abolished the East India Company and transferred powers of the government, territories and the revenues. The three things they transferred to British Crown. Okay, क्योंकि because of, say, they have so many defects. Okay, so what are they? Military, so they are misbehaving with Indian military, Indian sepoys. Economic, so through misbehaving, ill-treating in terms of ranking, so we talked about. And economic, so they looted us. Okay, the taxes, heavy taxation and also we talked about. And administrative, the weak administration. All right. And political cause. Okay, political cause also we talked about. And social and religious. Okay, social and religious cause we talked about. And immediate cause, you remember the greased courtesies and all, so we talked about. So if you do not remember, so I will take you through. All right, so just wait for a second. So I'm going to take you back. Okay, I do not know which is the one. I think this is the one. Come. So it's coming, it's taking so long. So here, see, my dear friend, so we have already discussed this thing. Say this is the Indian polity historical background. So आपको याद आया होगा. So if you subscribe my video, then you will know. But if you are a new one, then I'm sorry, you will not know, because we already discussed all these things. See, here it is. Political cause, Dalhousie, Governor General. Okay, 1848 1856. Okay, what he did, he played a trick, tips and trick by introducing doctrine of lapse. So I was talking about the meaning is absence of hair and handed over or all encroached territories or land to British Empire. So through these, not only land, okay, but through these title like mm, title like emperor, okay, that title has been confiscated, okay, and pension. So I talked about certain name Jansi, all right. So many names we are discussing, so no point of discussing, just I'm just making you feel that you went through all this, all right. This one, so let me pick the pen here. See, we discussed this thing, all right. An economic factor. So in economic causes, okay, what happened? So these things all brought about the सिपॉय म्यूटनी. ये चीज़ें जो है ना, ये सब सिपॉय म्यूटनी के कारण है, okay, because of these only सिपॉय mutiny happened. So we talked about, okay, in our previous class. So I'm just repeating this thing, it is not required, you can go. So social cause, okay, education also I'm talking about, and military cause, immediate military cause, and heavy taxation, destruction of the traditional handicraft, eviction, discriminatory tariff policy against home product, artisan and small zamindars. So blah blah blah, okay. So these are the things we talked about in our previous classes. So the सिपॉय म्यूटनी वाला हमने चर्चा की, okay. So this Government of India Act 1858, this is aftermath, okay, aftermath of revolt 1857, okay. This happened because military plus social, I mean common people, they resisted against the British government. So that's why to save themselves, okay, they brought about the so-called Act for the Good Government, Act for the Good Government of India, इसको लाया गया, alright, and abolished East India Company and transferred all the resources like government, territories and whatever they have revenue to British Crown. यहाँ तक आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. So that's why these act, okay, Government of India Act 1858 को significant माना गया है, important, okay. Why? Because of Sepoy Mutiny. Why? Because through this some changes has been brought about, okay. जाहिर सी बात है. So point 1, this is the features. Let us go through one by one the features about this act, all right. It provided, what it provided, let us see. It provided that India henceforth was to be governed by and in the name of Her Majesty, okay. So इससे क्या करी, through this act going forward, okay, the India will be governed, India will be controlled, or India will be looked after in the name of Her Majesty, मतलब कौन, Queen, alright. It changed the designation of Governor General of India to that of Viceroy. So अभी क्या करी उस through this act, the position or the designation, here it is written designation or the post, okay, of Governor General of India has been reduced to that of Viceroy of India, okay. Now कौन पहला Viceroy था, ये L. Canning, okay, became the first Viceroy of India. So this is important for prelim, in terms of prelims, so this is very important, and optional questions for other competitive exam, all right, SSC, CGL, okay, kind of, okay. And what is the last, he यानी Viceroy को एड्रेस कर रहा है, was the direct representative of the British Crown, okay. So he represents the British Crown, okay, in India, all right. So यहाँ तक आपको पता चल चुका होगा, all right. So what is the next point? Next point में है, so this one, let us see. It ended the system of double government by abolishing the board of control and control of directors. So इसके बारे में भी हम लोगों ने चर्चा की previous class, okay, previous video. So we talked about. So while we were discussing about Pitt's India Act 1784, do you remember Pitt's का जो ये था, okay, Pitt's India Act 17, I think it is 48 or 84. Yeah, it is 84. So I don't want to take you back there, so it will take a long time. So while we discussed about this thing, so do you remember? So we were talking about the double system of government. All right, so I'm not gonna discuss this, so this is a homework for you so that you can recap things. All right, so what happened there? So let me touch little bit. Okay, Pitt's Act, through this act, okay, क्या करी? Allowed the commercial activities were to be managed by the court of directors, but created board of control to manage the political affairs. So दो चीज़ें बनाए थे, एक है board of control और दूसरा है court of directors. Okay, commercial affairs और commercial activities जो है court of directors संभालेंगे. Okay, they used to handle. All right, court of directors, this one. Okay, commercial affair, and this is the one who will be looking after the political affairs. All right, so that was the double government system. All right, so that is what it is mentioning here. So this double government system has been abolished. It ended by this Government of India Act 1858. I think यहाँ तक आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. So now orals, and we were talking about William Pitt. So complete name also it is there in the last video. Okay, well, while we discussed about this Pitt's India Act 1784, complete name is also given there. So William Pitt, okay, his complete name, and he was one of the British parliamentarian, okay, MP थे वो, okay, who introduced this particular bill, okay, Pitt's India Act of 1784. So I think मैंने सब कुछ बोल ही दिया. All right. So these Government of India Act 1858, okay, ended the control board and the director of courts. So political affairs and the commercial affairs. I think आपको बहुत समझ में आ चुका होगा. Okay, so let us see the next point. Next point की ओर चलते हैं. Next point में है it created, okay, it created the new office, the Secretary of State for India, okay, vested with complete authority and control over Indian administration. The Secretary of State was a member of British cabinet and was responsible ultimately to British Parliament. So what is this this point is talking about? Under this act, the new secretary office जो है, also known as Secretary of State, okay, for India was established, okay, नया ऑफिस बनाया गया है, सेक्रेटरी बनाया गया है और सेक्रेटरी अपॉइंट किया गया है with complete authority and control over Indian administration. So this secretary would be looking after the Indian affairs. Okay, so उसके लिए बिल्डिंग भी बनाया गया है, all right. Now the Secretary of State was a member of the British cabinet and was responsible to the British Parliament. So whatever happens, so जवाबदाई है. All right, जवाबदाई के विषय में I think you know the meaning in Hindi. Responsible मतलब जवाबदाई. कोई भी अगर होगा उस नीच और लाफ नुकसान और कोई भी हो this and that, Okay, so he will be the responsible person. And for your FYI, okay, FYI, okay, for your kind information आपको बता दूं, the first secretary of state, ये जो है secretary of state कहाँ गया ये वाला, okay, I think his name is L. Stanley. Complete name is Edward Henry Stanley Debye. So I will take you through how he looks. I don't want to see but still what to do, here it is, just quickly go through. So his name is L. Stanley. Okay, done. So your time is gone. So like this, if you study, so it will, you know, for longer time it will retain in your brain. All right, so कल को अगर एग्जाम में आए शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस में, okay, option, that time we can choose by remembering his. At least if you do not remember the name, so at least you will remember the face. That is the playway method. All right, so let us see the next point. What is the next point? I think this is the last one. I do not know. I think 1 2 3 4, one last point is there. So all right, so it next point is it's established a 15-member council of India to assist the Secretary of State. So through this act, okay, 1858 Government of India Act, उन लोगों ने क्या करी, 15-member councils. So 15 members establish करी, okay, to assist this guy, okay, L. Stanley को मदद करने के लिए as a assistance. Okay, so 15 members for India. The council was an just advisory body. See guys, this council, okay, this Secretary of State, it is just the council, and it acts as an advisory body. Okay, just advise करते हैं. You understanding that? It is just advising, like planning commission, okay, Niti Aayog, okay, not nowadays, no planning commission, nowadays Niti Aayog, like that, okay, it advises the government. All right, so the Secretary of State was made the chairman of the council, और यहाँ का जो secretary है was made the chairman. इसका ही जो secretary है, Secretary of State का जो secretary है, he is acting or sitting as a chairman, all right. I think आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. चलो चलते हैं next point की और. So I think this gonna be the last point. Nevertheless, one more point is there. Okay, not a problem. So we'll complete. All right, so this is the fifth one. Okay, it constituted the Secretary of State in Council as a body corporate, okay, capable of suing and being sued in India and England. So it looks very tricky, but आपके लिए उसको तोड़ दूं. Okay, it constituted, okay, the Secretary of State. Constituted मतलब बनाया गया. Okay, the secretary, ये जो secretary है, this guy, okay, Lord Stanley, okay, उसको क्या बनाया गया, एज ए कॉर्पोरेट बॉडी. ओके, ये एक बॉडी है, ओके, capable of suing and being sued in India and in England. So उसके लिए I will digitize this thing. I will explain in binary form. Okay, इसको थोड़ा टोर मोर कर देता हूँ. Don't worry, we have Google, right? So see, उसको पेस्ट करी यहाँ पर, immediately something came out. Okay, readable things. यहाँ पर देखिए, one such, see, capable of suing and being sued का मीनिंग क्या है? One such right is that a company can sue, मतलब sue and can be sued in its name. उसका मतलब क्या है? और तोड़ दूँ, okay, थोड़ा और भी आसान कर दूँ. That is, अ कंपनी मतलब कॉरपोरेट बनाया ना, कॉरपोरेट, इट कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड एज कॉरपोरेट, कॉरपोरेट मतलब कंपनी. A company can file a case against some other person or some other person. समझ में आया? वेरी इजी. कंपनी, एक कंपनी जो है दूसरे के ऊपर फाइल केस कर सकते हैं, ओके, अगेंस्ट सम अदर पर्सन और सम अदर कंपनी. एक कंपनी किसी कंपनी के ऊपर फाइल कर सकते हैं और किसी आदमी पर, ऑलराइट. एंड ऑल्सो अ केस कैन बी फाइल्ड बाय सम अदर पीपल अगेंस्ट द कंपनी. आई थिंक यहाँ तक तो आपको समझ में आ चुका होगा, ऑलराइट. सो बीइंग सूड, बीइंग सूड का तो ये लास्ट लाइन जो है, एंड ऑल्सो दिस इज बीइंग सूड, ओके. ऑल्सो अ केस कैन बी फाइल्ड बाय सम अदर पर्सन अगेंस्ट द कंपनी. आई थिंक यहाँ तक तो आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. आप अगर कर सकते हैं तो वो भी आपको कर सकते हैं, ऑलराइट. Give and take, okay. So what is the last line? This is not important but still it is good, FYI, okay. All such litigations, suits, petitions have to be in the name of the company. So उसका मतलब ये है, so capable of suing and being sued, alright. I think आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. So I just took you here so that you can see how to study, alright, smartly. So I think ये तो आपको समझ में आ गया होगा, राइट. सो हम लोग लास्ट पॉइंट की ओर जाते हैं एंड दिस इज गोना बी द एंड ऑफ टुडे, ओके. सो द एक्ट ऑफ 1858 was however largely confined, okay, to the improvement of administrative machinery by which Indian government was to be supervised and controlled in England. It did not alter in any substantial way the system of government that prevailed in India. So कहने का मतलब क्या है यहाँ पर? This act of 1858 largely confined, okay, it is basically to improve the administrative mechanism or machinery by which the British Crown, okay, was to be supervised. I mean, Indian government was to be supervised and controlled sitting in London. You understanding? ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं हुआ थ्रू दिस एक्ट. ये जस्ट उन लोगों के लिए अच्छा है, ओके, सो दैट दे कैन सिट बैक in England and rule again India. एंड यहाँ पर देखो, कल को क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है, व्हाट इज़ द इम्पैक्ट और व्हाट इज़ द सिग्निफिकेंट. सो सिग्निफिकेंट यहाँ पर ज़्यादा नहीं है, सो देर इज़ नो मच थिंग्स टू डील विथ, ऑलराइट. इट इज़ जस्ट फॉर देयर कंफर्ट, ऑलराइट. एंड इट डिड नॉट ऑल्टर, हियर इट इज़ क्लियरली मैंशनड, इट डिड नॉट ऑल्टर एनी सब्सटेंशियल वे. कुछ भी चेंज नहीं हुआ, ओके. ज़्यादा चेंज हुआ है ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं हुआ है लेकिन ज़्यादा नहीं हुआ. बट फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ देयर ओनली, नॉट फॉर इंडियंस, नॉट इन एनी सब्सटेंशियल वे द सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट दैट प्रिवेल इन इंडिया. सो आई थिंक आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा, ऑलराइट. सो दैट इज़ द वे इट इज़ हाउ टू गो थ्रू, ओके. आई थिंक आपको बात समझ में आ चुका होगा. So that is it for today and we are done. We are done about this. Let us see the face of the subject, the Crown Rule 1858 till 1947. So I think आपको कुछ मिला होगा through this discussion. So hope you will take home, you will be back home with lot of information, okay. So with that said, this is Pranab signing off for the day. Thank you. Bye-bye. God may bless you.